You're about to enter new music, new music zone.
You are now entering a new music zone. New music, new music, new music, new music, new music.
How many times I gotta tell you, it's the music that counts? How many times I gotta tell you, it's the music that counts?
Tired of them pounding your head with classic rock? New music. K.R.T.Y's all-new music show. With Bill Bondo.
Alright, now let's get on with the music.
New music, new music, new music, new music, new music, new music,
new music, new music, new music, new music.
The postmodern punk progressive pop party with Bill Bondo.
Watch his ass!
On K.R.T.Y 102.5.
Listening to the postmodern punk progressive pop party. Bill Bondo with you here still, and this is the second segment of the program tonight. As we always do, we're going to focus on some new releases, some albums that just came out last month. Here in the second segment of the show, we're going to spotlight The Cure and Red Hot Chili Peppers. So we're going to start with The Cure. I played you a track there at the beginning of this segment called In Between Days. It was released in July of this year, just a couple months ago. You heard it playing on the station this summer, and now we finally have a full album to go with it. Head on the Door studio album, the 6th studio album from The Cure, is finally here. It's finally been released, and that was the single that I said has been playing here all summer, and now we have some other tracks to hear. In fact, another single that's shooting up the charts was released this month, Close to Me, which I'm going to play next, after I play a tune called A Night Like This, which contains a saxophone solo by Ron Howe from Fool's Dance. The song I'm going to play after that is a song called Close to Me, which is getting very popular. It's their current single, as I said, a follow-up to In Between Days. And it's been described as sort of a disco thing by critics, but I wouldn't call it that. I would just call it kind of groovy and funky, and you know, The Cure has always had sort of their own groove and their own style, and that's what I think Close to Me is. I don't think disco thing is a good description of the sound of that song, although Close to Me does stick out on the album. It's not like Cure songs that you might recognize or have heard on previous albums, or even the kickoff single, the song I just played, In Between Days. It's very different as far as the structure and the sound than that song. The opening track, the first single, In Between Days, like I said, that I just played, has been often compared to New Order's material. So if you like that kind of sound and you like something a little different, you're really going to like this album. So like I said, we're going to get back into the new music now with A Night Like This, a album cut from the new album Head on the Door from The Cure, and follow that up with their latest single, Close to Me, right here on the Postmodern Punk Progressive Pop Party.
You're listening to all new music on K.R.T.Y 102.5 with Bill Bondo on the Postmodern Punk Progressive Pop Party.
I want to introduce you to my main man.
Could you turn that racket down?
this.
Progressive Pop Party with Bill Bondo on K.R.T.Y 102.5 FM in Fairbanks, Alaska's rock and roll hit superstation. And as I said, we are going to get into some more new music. And that was new music from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is sort of a new group. They've only had one other album before this one. This is their second studio album, Freezknotable, and it's produced by George Clinton of George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic fame. They had a self-titled album that came out last year called the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This one, again, is called Freezknotable, and we did Jungle Man back there, which was released last month as their first single. And then after that, we did a tune called Catholic Schoolgirls Rule, and that song draws influence from punk and rock music, while their first track, Jungle Man, contains psychedelic rock-style guitar, layered background vocals, and all kinds of urgent, aggressive dance beats, and that's what you're going to get on this album. Is a lot of funk. It's good, and those two tracks that I played are the two that stuck out right away on first listen. But there's also some other stuff that I'm going to go back and listen to, because there was a Meters cover called Hollywood Africa, and a Sly and the Family Stone cover called If You Want Me to Stay, which actually has some vocals on it from George Clinton. There's vocals from George Clinton sort of scattered throughout the album. It's a good record. It's a very interesting group. They consist of Anthony Kiedis, a bass player named Flea, Jack Irons, and Hilit Slovak. I think I'm pronouncing that right. They all attended Fairfax High School in Los Angeles, and they formed the band Red Hot Chili Peppers, but they were originally called Tony Flo and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem. I think that's a better name than the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's longer, harder to say. Tony Flo and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem. I like that, but they are Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that was two songs from their latest album, Freezknotable. Lots more new music to come here in the rest of the show, and we're going to get into it right now with no more further ado. Here is new music from the Hooters, Pat Benatar, the Bangles, and Bad Manners with Bang the Drum All Day.
Want to work. Why? Why? Because I bang on drum all day. What drum? Yeah. The kind of drum. Exactly. Every day when I get on to work, I feel so frustrated. The boss is a jerk. I get my stick and go out to the shed and bang on that drum like it was the boss's head, because I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day.
As I mentioned near the close of the last record, this record you are now playing is another example of the completion backward principle. If you can possibly manage the time, please play both sides at one meeting.
New music.
To me, that's common sense.
K.R.T.Y's all-new music show.
Oh, I gotta have that.
With Bill Bondo.
What a choice, huh?
On K.R.T.Y 102.5.